Hi, I'm Joel Richardson. This is Casey Sword of Cabot Theater. Thank you for joining me today, Casey.
Thank you for having me, Joel.
And we're going to talk a little bit about Cabot Theater and what is involved in Cabot Theater. Is this new ownership or is this recently?
Yeah, so the Cabot's a nonprofit organization. The building is almost 100 years old, as many of you know. But we started a nonprofit in 2014 that we just call the Cabot, so the new ownership has been in place since 2014 as a nonprofit.
So that's great. Now I noticed you did a lot of renovation in the building, at least recently.
Yes, yeah. We began back in 2015 with the fundraising for the orchestra level seats, and we completed that project in January of 2016. So the entire downstairs of the theater is brand new for those of you who haven't been here in a long time. And just this month, we are in the finalizing the completion of a brand new HVAC system. So those of you who have been here in past years and been a little cold in the winter or too hot in the summertime, you can expect climate control all year long in our beautiful theater. We're very proud of that fact.
That's great. And also there's option to purchase beer or wine if you
Yes.
That's something you're interested in.
Absolutely. So we have full concessions at both movies and concerts, and beer and wine is available. People actually love that, especially for the movies, where you can come in, you can have a glass of wine, watch a classic movie. We often partner with different beer companies to do beer and wine tastings during movies and concerts. So it's a really fun part of what we do here.
And of course, drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive.
Always. We're very lucky in that we're downtown, so many of our customers walk here.
Tell me where you're located.
So we're at 286 Cabot Street, right across from Chianti's, the great jazz club, right in the middle of downtown Beverly.
And is there ample parking on street or? There
is. There's plenty of street parking, and there are some city parking lots right over on Pond Street, just one block from the theater. So there's plenty of parking here in downtown Beverly.
All right, Keith, let's talk about some of the upcoming acts. You really got a heavy load. I mean, starting with, we'll start Friday, December 29th, Tower of Power.
Yes, yeah, that's a really exciting show, and this band has many of its original members. Back when they started in the early '70s, are still in the band. The original rhythm section is still there, and they're amazing.
Did they play on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack?
No, they didn't. No, that was the Bee Gees you're probably thinking of.
I'm sorry.
No, but that's okay. But
I thought they were on one of those soundtracks in the '70s. I forget which one it was, but
yeah. But these guys are soul funk pioneers, amazing group. Be prepared to come and dance if you come to this show.
Saturday, December 30th. Ryan Montbleu.
Yeah, Ryan Montbleu is an amazing singer-songwriter. Those of you who don't know who he is, he's actually a native of Peabody, Massachusetts, but he's gone on to be recognized nationally as one of the up-and-coming premier singer-songwriters in America today.
So he has a chance to see him on his way up, huh?
Yeah, you're definitely going to see Ryan on his way up, and for him, this is a hometown show because he grew up right in Peabody. So this will be the second time we've had him. We're very excited for that night.
New Year's Eve, Peter Wolf.
Wow. I mean, this has been a dream of mine since I took over the Cabot 2 years ago.
Woofa goofa.
Exactly. Whamma jamma. So we had Peter here back in April, and we sold every seat in the house. And we asked him, we said, Peter, would you be interested in coming back and doing a big New Year's Eve throwdown with us? And it didn't take him very long to say yes. So we're very excited to have Peter and his full band here. It's basically the Jay Giles band. Many of the members of the Jay Giles band play in Peter's band. So we're very excited to have the show. We have very few tickets left for that one.
Do they play a lot of the old Kyle's classics, or does he play his new stuff, or what is he play?
He does all of it, and he's going to play for a long time because it's New Year's Eve. So the show is going to start a little bit later. The show goes on; it starts at 9.
Right.
The wonderful opening act, Andrea Gillis Band, who, for those of you who haven't heard her, she's an amazing singer-songwriter, rock artist that Peter handpicked to open for him on New Year's Eve. And then Peter's going to play past midnight, so you get to ring in the new year with Peter Wolf if you're lucky enough to join us for that night.
Wow, that sounds great. Great place to take a date.
Absolutely. Many of our customers who come here have told me that many of them met their current spouses or significant others on their first date at the Cabot. Some of them decades ago when they were coming to movies here.
Like January 27th, 10:30 a.m. Alistair Nook.
Yeah, so Alistair Mook is...
excuse me.
He's an amazing children's performer. He's actually won several Grammy Awards for as a children's singer-songwriter. I believe he lives in Medford, so he lives pretty close by. And that's part of our Kids at the Cabot series. So every month we do a different show for kids between the ages of preschool and 3rd grade. And that's the next show in that Kids at the Cabot series.
So you go full circle. You go for the adults and the children.
Absolutely. I think it's important to make the children feel included as part of the Cabot.
Still have to know this is part of the arts. Arts is a great part of life. Is going to different. Some of my fondest memories of some of the shows I went to when I was younger.
Mm-hmm. So we love and it's great fun for the kids. We've made the ticket prices very affordable, similar to what you would pay to come to a movie. You can come to these concerts on Saturday mornings. So we're very excited for that show.
January 27th, 8 p.m. Greg Fitzsimmons.
So Greg is he's one of our many comedians that we present here. And Greg, you've seen Greg on TV. He's been on the Howard Stern Show and lots of other places. And it's sure to be a really fun and exciting night with Greg. He's a very funny guy.
Okay, I neglected to mention that there's a period there between January 1st and 24th we're going to be renovating. So
that's correct.
Unfortunately, there won't be any shows at the time, but get ready to improve the quality of the ones in the future.
Absolutely. So for the first 3 weeks of January, we're going to be renovating the inside of the theater. We've just finished up all this work in here, so we're going to take a few weeks to make it really beautiful again and prepare for our very busy spring season.
Which starts there February 3rd, 8 p.m. Arrival, the music of ABBA.
Yes, yeah, that's going to be that's a fun show. Many of you, I'm sure, are ABBA fans. I used to be a closet ABBA fan. You
didn't want to admit it.
I didn't want to admit it, but I always loved their music, and now I'm freely admitting this on camera right now. But their music is timeless and wonderful, and this is the premier tribute in the country to that wonderful.
Okay, February 10th, 8 p.m. Mike Grad of...
That's, Mike Gerard.
Mike Gerard.
And his big swinging thing. So Mike, you probably know from the band The Fools. He's their front man for forever. And he's got a great big band project called The Big Swinging Thing. So they'll be with us on February 10th.
February 15th, 8 p.m. Gaelic Storm.
Gaelic Storm, so this will be their 3rd time with us at the Cabot. You probably remember them as the house band in the movie Titanic. They were the band that played on the ship as it was sinking. And this will be their 3rd time at the Cabot. Incredible musicians, wonderful storytellers, just a very fun night.
What kind of music do they play?
They're like a Celtic rock band.
Celtic rock.
Yeah, they do all original material.
Are they similar to like the Dropkick Murphys, or maybe a little not as punky?
Not as much of a punk group. They're more of singer-songwriters, but really fun show. I believe we've also got The Machine in February. Our Pink Floyd tribute. This will also be their 3rd time coming to Beverly. So we've got a great month, good mix of tribute acts and original acts.
I guess that's February 25th.
Yep.
And February 17th, you got some comedians, Steve Sweeney and a local guy, Mark Scalia.
Yes. Steve Sweeney will make his triumphant return to our stage in February. He's doing his one-man show, which he actually premiered at the Cabot last September. So he's going to be bringing that show back with some variations. Steve is just one of the legends of Boston comedy. It's always wonderful to have him in the building. You never know what he's going to say.
And Mark Scalia is gonna join him for support. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. Mark Scalia, I believe, is from Salem.
Scalia, excuse me.
And he'll be opening the show.
Yeah, he's a Salem. I remember living over in Salem. He was always doing shows over there, and now he's trying to expand his horizons there. Okay. March 5th, Trevor Hall.
Yeah, so Trevor Hall is an amazing up-and-coming artist. Many of you may have seen Trevor at the last time he was in Boston. He played, but I think he was at the Wilbur Theater. Sold out the place, and we're excited to present Trevor in Beverly. He's supporting his new album that just came out recently.
Okay, March 4th, Leonard Bernstein birthday, 100th birthday of Leonard Bernstein tribute concert from what was the orchestra that's doing that?
Yeah, we've got Symphony by the Sea, who is our orchestra in residence, and they do 3 concerts here a year. So this will be their second concert of the season, doing this wonderful Leonard Bernstein tribute. In addition to pop and rock and kids concerts, the Cabot is dedicated to supporting classical music groups, and Symphony by the Sea is a great example of that collaboration.
Who were the musicians that used to get Symphony by the Sea? A lot of local musicians?
No, they're all professional musicians. Many of them are from Boston that perform in the group. So they're
oh, really?
Yeah, they're not an amateur group. They are.
No,
all,
I'm sure they aren't.
All professional symphony players from Greater Boston make up the group. Led by Donald Palma, who teaches at New England Conservatory. He's a great conductor.
What else you got coming up in March?
Well, we've got some very exciting shows coming up. I'm very excited. Buddy Guy is going to be returning in April. And so we're very excited to bring Buddy back. This will be his 3rd time around.
April 26th, I believe.
That's correct. So we're very excited to bring Buddy Guy back. The best way to find out what's going on, we're announcing new shows almost weekly here. Everything from Buddy Guy. Another wonderful group we have coming in March is Delta Ray, who just recently released a brand new album. Great group of young people that live in Nashville now. They come up here and tour on a regular basis. But check out our website. Maybe consider becoming a member. For many
What's
of
involved
you,
in being a member?
So as I mentioned before, the Cabot is a nonprofit, and many folks had asked us, what are ways that we can support you? And so we've conceived of the membership program, and it's for all these folks who want to support our nonprofit and our mission to serve our community in a variety of ways, not just by presenting concerts, but also by collaborating with other nonprofits on the North Shore, like the Waring School, who we have here in our building. They just had their wonderful winter concert here. We just recently collaborated with a great organization in the Cummings Center called Build Health International, who they build hospitals in Haiti and Africa and places like that. We're developing a great partnership with Root, which is a great nonprofit in Salem, and they teach culinary skills to underserved and underprivileged youth. So we love our community partnerships, and that's a huge part of what we do. In addition to community partnerships and our programming with film and music, we're also renovating and fixing our building as we go. This building's almost 100 years old. So there's lots of ways you can support us. In the membership program, if you join as a member, there are different levels of membership and levels of support that you can give us, and they come with different benefits. Some of them will be movie passes, invitations to special events that we do, like our annual Academy Awards party, or you can come to the Cabot and watch a Patriots game on the big screen with a bunch of your fellow members. We're going to be opening a brand new bar on the side of the building that's almost fully renovated. Actually, the first opening of that will be New Year's Eve weekend.
Nice.
So lots of membership benefits. Our members will enjoy benefits like first notification of shows and things like that. And just really, we really want to treat our members right, giving them different events. Our first membership event last month was with photographer Matt Lee, who is Pulitzer Prize winning photographer for the Boston Globe. So you'll get access to lots of different special events and the happenings here at the Cabot while supporting the nonprofit mission of the Cabot, which is to really be a community resource. That's what we're all about here.
What else I got here? May 20th, 7 p.m. The Oak Ridge Boys.
Yeah, that'll be a fun show. I can't think of a more legendary kind of gospel country group than the Oak Ridge Boys, and they'll be coming our way. So we're very excited to have them here with us.
And who would want to miss June 2nd, 8 p.m. Taj Mahal?
Yeah, Taj, we're very excited. This will be Taj's first performance, at the Cabot. We've had many great blues singers. We've had Robert Cray here. We've had Buddy Guy. But Taj Mahal, there's a very special place in blues history for Taj, and we're honored to have him here on June 2nd.
Okay, well, let's see. We talked about the near future. What about the far? What do you see? Do you have a visionary plan for the?
Absolutely.
In the next couple of years.
We've made a lot of progress in the first 2 years. Our goal is to have the building fully renovated by the year 2020, which is our 100th birthday. So December 8th, 2020, we hope to have all of our renovations done. So the next thing that we're going to be fundraising for is going to be the balcony area, which still has the original seats and from 1920, and that they're in need of updating. We need some new lighting up there, some new plaster work to make it just as beautiful as we've made the downstairs. After that, we want to fully renovate and restore the lobby area, which many of you who have been here, you walk in and you notice there's just kind of this drop ceiling overhead. And that was put in back in the 1950s when they put air conditioning into the building. And what they did was they did that at the expense of the beautiful historic ceiling that's in the lobby. So our plan, now that we have new HVAC, is to take all that old HVAC equipment out of that ceiling and restore it to its original grandeur. So when you walk in here, just like when you walk into the Wang Theater or Grand Central Station, that you have a real wow factor, which is what the Cabot always had back when it was first envisioned. So our vision is certainly to complete those capital improvements, but then beyond that, to do what we're doing better, to offer better programming, which will mean more marquee artists. You're getting used to seeing great names in Beverly, and we plan to bring many of those same people back, but to bring new people into the fold that you might not expect to see at a small theater. You might expect to see them at Fenway Park, but they might do a special show here at the Cabot Theater.
Was Leanne Rimes here?
She was here back in November. That's a great example of an artist who went out to, normally plays much larger places, but she went out, did a small theater tour, and we were lucky enough to have her. It was an amazing special night that we had with Leanne here at the Cabot. That was last month. So things like that, and to be better community partners, to be able to support the other nonprofits. There's so many deserving nonprofits on the North Shore. We want to be able to support them and help them be a vehicle for delivery of the message of their important missions as well as supporting the city of Beverly and all the growth that we're experiencing here downtown.
So what I see is you guys being a tremendous good citizen in the community. You're really helping the community by not only fixing up the facility itself, but providing some great shows and some great entertainment opportunities. That you don't have to drive all the way to Boston and pay $30 to park. You can come right here to Beverly and see a top quality show. And
that's been our goal, because what we know about our area here. I live in Beverly too, and so I see it is that people here, we have a great community. People are supportive of the theater. They want to go out and see entertainment. They want to keep their dollars in their local community. That's why you see so many great restaurants opening up on Cabot Street and things like that. So we want to give folks an option where they can come here. They can come to a safe, beautiful theater, experience a great show, have a great dinner across the street at Chianti's or at A&B Burgers, one of the many great restaurants on the street, at an affordable price that people can afford, so people can afford to come more than once a year, that they can make it a regular part of their life. And I think that what we're doing is we're giving people a different option than staying at home and watching something on TV. You can come here, have an experience with your fellow community members, and I think it's a very important part of humanity that we're preserving here.
All right, thanks, Casey. I certainly appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you, Joel. Really appreciate it.